Hi everyone, Silver Joker here. Okay, so is there a silver shortage? I know we talk about this all the time, but I had a comment on my last video where I talked about this subject where a viewer said just because there's silver where I am does not mean that there's silver everywhere. And so I've asked a guest to come on my show who has a unique understanding of this because he's gone to coin stores from Indiana to Hawaii. And he talks to the coin store owners. And so he's agreed to come on here and give me his perspective or his opinion on this very subject. So if you're interested to hear what he has to say on this subject, stick around. And after you've watched as much of this video as you want, like what you see, then give me a thumbs up. Thumbs up really helps my channel out. It's the best and easiest way you can support my channel. And if you think you want to see more videos like this one, then simply subscribe, ring that bell, and you'll be notified as soon as I put out another video. Thank you. Now look, I have a couple of coin stores that I visit. So because I'm somewhat limited in my experience in visiting different coin stores, I invited a fellow YouTuber who has a lot of experience visiting and talking with coin store owners. You guys all know him. I'd like to welcome back my good friend T, the Silver Stacker. How you doing, T?
Hey, Silver Joker. Thanks for having me back. It's a pleasure to be with you this evening.
It's good to have you, man. And I watched your last video. I thought it was very informative. We really got an idea of what you look for. Okay, so you go to a lot of coin stores, and
I sure do, yeah.
You said in the last conversation we had, the last podcast that we made together, that you are a firm believer in supporting your LCSs.
Yeah, that's true. I think there are less LCSs today than there were 10 years ago, and 10 years from now, I still want to be able to go into an LCS and shop. I enjoy the thrill of the hunt. I enjoy supporting my local community. And selfishly, I also enjoy the bargains and the great finds that I have made over the years. Yes. And you can find, if you just look hard enough, you can find some good stuff.
Yes, you can.
Here's an example right here. Here I am, a Hoosier from Indiana, and I found this one in the generic bin and actually a jewelry shop that sold coins. And it's from the Indiana Silver Company. And now I'm intrigued. I want to go and find out, hey, how long was the Indiana Silver Company around and where are they out of? And, that's not something you're going to find at one of the online bullion dealers.
Yep, that generic bin is like Christmas.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, well, let's get right into the question. So, you go to a lot of LCSs. You made videos about that, very interesting videos. You actually talk to the people that own the LCS or that work there. And so that gives you some insight into the topic of today. And that is, in your experience, do you see a silver shortage or lack of silver at the local coin stores that you visit? And when you talk to your local coin store owner, does this subject ever come up?
Yeah, I've asked that before, and the answer is kind of a mixed bag. As you know, I go to a variety of shops. Some are little, some are backed by, millions of dollars and can make huge purchases and things like that. And some rely mainly on what they can get from a wholesaler. Others are at the mercy of what walks in the door. So it is kind of a mixed bag and a variety, and it literally depends on the shop and the day. And even some of the bigger shops, it's not uncommon for the big shops to have a whale walk in and wipe them out. And in one swoop, buy, tens of thousands of dollars worth of stuff. And I've even come across different shops where someone's come in and bought $100,000 worth of stuff. But it kind of varies. That's kind of what makes it fun,
Yes. Are you finding the kind of silver that you want to buy? Are you finding the amounts of silver that you want? or is there any difference or a change since you've been stacking silver?
I usually come in either with a physical list or a list on my phone, or at the very least a mental list of what I want. I'm usually never disappointed. I don't.
Okay.
It's a rare time when I walk into a coin shop and say, you know what, I wanted 9 different items and you don't have any of them. And what I'm looking for usually is a set list of things, and then ultimately the best bargains in the store. I can tell you as like a theme, silver is in strong hands right now. People are not coming in and selling over the counter very much as they did in the past. Some of the dealers that in shops I go to, they're going down to the bottom level of their safe to
Yeah.
pull out some of the old stuff, and it's because they want to keep something in the display case. But it just kind of varies, to be honest with you.
Right. So I guess if you want 10 ounces, you go into your local coin store, you can usually find those 10 ounces.
Yes, that's usually the case. It's the only time that didn't happen was a while back when silver made a very, very sharp drop over the course of a couple days. And this isn't a shop that I go into with any regularity now, but when I went in there, they said, "Hey, somebody bought all the silver this morning. It's all gone." And I'm thinking, yeah, right. It's in your safe. You're waiting for it to go back up. Right now, I think the going rate around this area, the Chicagoland area, is generics for $5 over. And whether that's when silver was $27 or today when it was $21.90, it's $5 over, and that's kind of like the going rate now. And I have never really had a hard time finding that.
Yes. And I have experienced local coin store shelves empty. And I
Yeah.
experienced that right at the beginning of the beer flu. I'd go in my local coin store and he would just be completely out of silver. And I found myself buying, like the graded stuff, the slab stuff, because I just needed to keep that silver flowing into my stack. Now,
Yeah.
I've since learned that was a bad, it was a bad idea. And I've moved a lot of that into the kind of silver that I stack. So I've traded a lot of that to my local coin store, some private guys that I know. I've traded some of those graded stuff off for the kind of silver that I want. But I've experienced silver scarcity before, and I'm not seeing that type of scarcity now.
No, I felt it and seen it with the 90% constitutional. I call it junk. Some of your viewers might not like that, but I've walked into coin shops even, a couple months ago, especially the ones that rely on it coming in the door and over the counter, and only to learn that they had just a tiny bit.
Yeah, now I have noticed though, and I guess I got to say this, and I noticed this in one of the videos you posted too, that constitutional silver, junk silver, is a little bit harder to find than it has been in the past. I just want to say this. I don't see that there is a silver shortage, so to speak.
One little tidbit that I will add is that I have heard from my coin shop owners that there have been delays that they hadn't experienced before. For example, Rich over at the Gold Depot, he was explaining to me a few videos ago that when he would place an order, it would be in the mail that day. And he said his check would cross paths with it in the mail. And sometimes he would even get the silver before the seller received the check. It was the next day.
Wow.
And as opposed to now waiting 3, 4, 5 weeks,
I do know. I mean, the silver's there. Right now, it's in great demand. I've never seen demand. I've been stacking silver for a number of years, and I have not seen the frenzy around silver like I see now. Now, that could be a bunch of different factors. The economy, we can go into that. It could be that people are starting to pay attention to our videos. I'd like to believe that's really the main thing. People are starting to watch our videos and starting to see the value in physical silver bullion.
Yeah, and I don't want to sound like a pumper or anything like that. And to your point earlier, we're not financial advisors. Right. I can only tell you what I'm doing, and what makes sense to me is to keep on stacking.
Absolutely. All right, T. Well, this has been fun. I got to have you back on here. You're just right next door to where I live.
Next time I'm over that way for a Cubs game, I like that ballpark you guys
Oh
have
yeah,
over
well,
there in
just let me
Cincinnati.
know, man. We'll get together and maybe go visit one of my
Yeah,
coin stores. That'd be fine. That'd be
that
perfect.
sounds like a fun one. I appreciate, being on your channel. It's like, it's an honor. It really is. And I appreciate what you do for the community, my
Well,
friend.
I'm touched. Thank you very much. I appreciate you saying that.
Thanks, Joker. I
You're
appreciate
very
it.
welcome. Thank you. All right. Well, there you have it. Tell me what you think in the comments about the information that we just presented to you. Don't be shy. I may not comment on each and every comment that you leave, but I definitely read them all. Just share with me what you think. If you think this video was good and informative, then let me know. Anyway, I appreciate you guys stopping by. Keep stacking. Peace.